Minister of Education, Honorable Priya Manichan, Chief Education Officer, Mr. Saddam Hussein, Director of the Gyno Learning Channel, Ms. Anisha Mohammed, special invitees, contestants, parents, teachers, students, all a pleasant afternoon and welcome to the grand finale of Brainiacs 2024. The Gyno Learning Channel has managed to produce yet another amazing game show that is being viewed by thousands across Guyana. This afternoon, we will witness history with the declaration of the first ever Brainiacs champion. In today's final episode, the curtains will close on season 1 of the competition with 3 finalists vying to be the last one standing. What is Brainiacs, some may ask? Brainiacs is an exciting game show where contestants aged 15 to 18 years are quizzed on Caribbean history, culture, and CSEC syllabus topics to promote engaging and fun learning. Every episode has been a battle of the intellects, with each student aiming to stay in the competition and make it to the final episode. Only the most resilient and knowledgeable student will reach the end and be the last one standing. Before we get to our 3 finalists, let's take a moment to appreciate all the brave and brilliant contestants who participated in this season of Brainiacs. The Brainiacs team recognizes Malachi Seals of Queen's College. Round of applause. Asaya Arif of Kwayam Academy. Jasmine Ford of St. Joseph High School. Daniel Elliott of Kwayam Academy. Bhuvaneshwari Raktu of St. Joseph High School. Mahindra Gorak of St. Joseph High. Devani Jaman of Camille's Academy. Sarah Harry of St. Stanislaus College. Aditya Prasad of the Bishop's High School. Jasmine Dat of Camille's Academy. Brandon Ramden of Queen's College. Ismail Bacchus of Kwayam Academy. Raymond Array of Camille's Academy. Dacia Cadogan of the Bishop's High School. Dear Jasuja of Mays Secondary School. And Tamia Simra of the Bishop's High. You all have shown extreme bravery and sportsmanship throughout this competition. Now, after 9 episodes of competition, 3 students have made it to the finals, where they will compete for the grand prize of up to $300,000 in cash and prizes, and the ultimate title of Brainiacs. These 3 finalists are Yedish Narain, a student of St. Joseph High School. Gianna Bacchus, a student of St. Joseph High. And finally, Najib Mohammed of Kwayam Academy. Before we get into the grand finale, allow me to introduce a driving force behind the Gyno Learning Channel's mission to provide engaging and educational content for our nation's youth. Her vision and leadership have been pivotal in making Brainiacs a reality. Please join me in giving a warm round of applause as we welcome the director of the Gyno Learning Channel, Anisha Mohammed, who will now present the medals to our 3 brilliant finalists and share her opening remarks.
All protocols observed. Welcome to Brainiacs. Thank you everyone for being here today and being on time. A point to note, this is the Gyno Learning Channel's first ever attempt for a live game show. We're live. So in the event of any minor hiccups, which we don't want. I urge the audience to be kind and patient with us. The Guyana Learning Channel first ventured into the realm of game shows in 2021 with WizKids. I'm sure everyone is now familiar with that. Since then, our commitment has been to provide consistent, accessible, engaging, and fun content for our nation's children. We commenced Brainiacs in May of this year and made a public call for contestants to apply to become participants. Our mandate has always been to provide educational content that is entertaining and in keeping with generational changes and what resonates with today's youths. Behind the scenes, our dedicated team has worked tirelessly to bring this vision to life. All aspects as it relates to the technology and real-time scoring that is used in today's show has been developed by the team of the Learning Channel. And for that, I must commend everyone for their commitment every step of the way in getting us to where we are today. And with fingers crossed for a successful competition today. We hope that the competition today will be well received by the audience. It is our aim to create an environment where learning is fun and where our students are encouraged to showcase their knowledge and skills. We believe that education is the key to unlocking potential and shaping the future. And we're committed to fostering a love for learning throughout Guyana. Welcome to the competition, and I hope you all enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director, for those words. At this time, I'd like to invite to the podium to bring brief remarks our CEO, Mr. Saddam Hussein.
Honorable Minister of Education, Priya Manik-Chan, Deputy Chief, Dr. Tularam, Director of the Guyana Learning Channel. That's a term I have to start using more often, Director of the Guyana Learning Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, contestants, parents, and I noticed some principals as well here. I want to do two things this afternoon. I want to first of all offer the ministry's deepest congratulations to first of all the finalists. I want to wish you the very, very best. We are rooting for you. We are live, so don't get nervous. No mistakes. We are hoping that the best person will win. Most importantly, I want to, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, I want to express our absolute satisfaction with the Director of the Guyana Learning Channel as well as the staff of the Guyana Learning Channel. Year in, year out, month in, month out, this body continues to produce some of the best content in the country in terms of education. And I want to congratulate the leadership. I want to congratulate the staff of this unit. You have done programs, you have done stuff for education in Guyana that many of the other organizations that are so well equipped and so highly funded have not done. You've taken something that really did not exist and you've created so much from it. And we are all in awe of what you have done. We want to congratulate you. The bar has been set so high. So I tell you as the ministry, we really look forward to what is next. WizKid was such a fantastic thing. Brainiacs now is here. I got a couple of messages. I am shocked where we are at this point. So I want to really, really congratulate you, Anisha, for what you have done. I think it's fantastic leadership on your part. I think we have gone a far way in terms of distance education. It has gone to such an extent now that the Guyana Learning Channel, as well as my friend and colleague, Ed Pal, has now become common household words in the country. And so I really, really want to congratulate the Guyana Learning Channel for this initiative. I look forward to the competition this afternoon. I look forward to cheering and rooting for you. Of course, I have my bias being from Region 3, but I'm rooting for everyone. So thank you very much. I suspect that the other speakers will also have their bias as well too. So thank you very much, Anisha and team, for doing this for us. And this has put us in a place, I think, unlike many of our other Caribbean countries. So I wish you the very, very best this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for those words, Mr. CEO. And to our contestants, no pressure, dear, even though we're live. You know, keep smiles on your faces and play a very good game. Now, at this time, as we move along in our program, it's about that time, the moment we've all been waiting for, where our sharpest mind will survive. To lead us on from here, help me welcome the host of Brainiacs, Ms. Denali Singh.
Good afternoon, everyone. I know that you all are excited for our show to begin, and so let's get the ball rolling. Welcome to Brainiacs, the game show where knowledge meets competition and only the sharpest minds will survive. I am your host, as Shante mentioned, Denali Singh, and after 9 thrilling episodes filled with lots of excitement, lots of revision, lots of overcoming fears, we've made it to this momentous occasion, our 10th and final episode of our very first season. We'll ask our contestants to take a step behind their podiums. Now, each of our contestants, whether they're a finalist or whether they're sitting in the crowd, would have gone the extra mile to get to where they are today, working tirelessly to reach this stage. Now, they would have rewatched past episodes, they would have practiced amongst their peers, and even turning to lessons from one of our 7 channels. Yep, the Guide to Learning channel has 7 channels. And now we've made it to this moment. Now in this episode, we'll follow the same competition rules as we've been following from the get-go, with the exciting addition of a bonus round. Now we've included a bonus round so that our contestants can have that extra push, that extra shot at securing the highest possible winnings. I'm looking at my contestants here and they're nervous and they're looking at me very serious. Now I'm getting nervous standing at the podium. So let's meet our contestants without any further delay. Our contestant number 1 is none other than Yadish Narain. Now he's a student at St. Joseph's High School. He enjoys reading and researching in his spare time, passions, mind you, that served him well throughout the competition. Now he debuted in episode 2 with a calm and collected demeanor, defeating episode's 1 winner, he's no stranger to you, Malachi Seals, to advance to the next round. Now, despite his brief tenure, Yadish achieved the 3rd highest score in the competition, earning his place in our finals. Now, Yadish returns with much determination to prove himself as the ultimate champion. Can he outsmart his competitors and emerge victorious? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Our second contestant is none other than Miss Gianna Bacchus. Now, she has proven that surprises are worth it. Now, 14-year-old Gianna burst onto the Brainiacs scene as a surprise contestant. If you know the story behind this, then you'd be surprised too. And she quickly became a shining star. Now, with quiet confidence, lightning speed, and sharp intellect, she won 4 episodes, securing her spot in the finals. She also currently holds the longest winning streak by any Brainiacs contestant so far, and the 2nd highest accumulated score. Gianna will be playing to maintain her undefeated record and for a chance to be dubbed the 2024 Brainiacs champion. Plus, like the other finalists, she'll be competing for up to $300,000 in cash and prizes. So, best of luck to you. And our 3rd and final contestant, Najib Muhammad. He is 15 years old and he's a holder of a black belt, so watch out there, crowd. He is a young man in his own league, hailing from Quime Academy. Najib made his first appearance in the Brainiacs game show in episode 3. And now he defeated Yadish Narain to advance closer to the finals. He went on to win 2 more episodes before Gianna dethroned him. So it's much competition happening between our 3 contestants today. Lots of redemption, all right? Now, he again defeated Gianna and accumulated one of the highest scores so far and earned him a spot in this competition. Will he be the last man standing? We'll find out at the end of these 4 rounds. Let's get straight into the competition. Let's take a look at our categories in this, the first round of the competition. First up, we have textile tidbits. This category explores the world of textiles and fabrics. After that, we'll take a look at Career Corner. This category highlights the importance of each role and provides insight into the skills and knowledge required for careers in agriculture. After that, it's all about, well, it's no context in this case. This category challenges students to identify the contextual meaning of words or phrases without any surrounding text or clues. This one might be a little bit tricky. After that, it's all about shape shifters. In this category, students will explore various geometric shapes, their properties, transformation, and formulas. After that, it's all about our country, our home. In this category, contestants will be quizzed on various aspects of Guyana, from its history to geography to culture, landmarks, and significant events. And our final category in this round of the competition, Lab 101. This category centers around knowledge in theory and observation behind conducting various scientific experiments. Those are our 6 categories. Let's get straight into the competition. We'll begin the first round with no context for 200. This word refers to a structure or crossing over obstacles and can also mean to reconcile differences. Time's up. Since no one attempted to answer that, I'll provide the answer. The answer would be bridge. All right? Let's go again with shape shifters for 200. This is a shape with opposite sides that are equal and parallel. They include squares, rectangles, rhombuses, and rhomboids. Najib.
Quadrilaterals.
Sorry, that's not the answer we're going for. Gianna or Yadish? Time's up. Since no one else attempted to answer that question, the correct answer would be a parallelogram. Let's go to our country, our home for 200. Its meaning is the meeting place of the people. This famous structure was built without the use of nails and was first erected in 1972. Gianna.
The Humaniana.
Go ahead and select.
Our country, our home for 400.
This fort in Guyana enabled the governor to use it as a vantage point from which to launch attacks in the 17th century. Its name means look overall or see overall. Najib.
Fort Kike overall.
Go ahead and select. Just a reminder to our contestants, if you are buzzing in, press and hold your buzzers.
Our country, our home for 600, please.
This historic wooden structure in Georgetown, built in 1824, was used as the residence of the British governors and now houses the National Trust of Guyana. Time is up. That answer would be State House. Go ahead and select again.
Our country, our home for 800, please.
This river in Guyana forms the border with Suriname and is known for its rich biodiversity and as a habitat for the giant river otter. Najib.
The Quarantine River. Our country, our home for 1,000.
Guyana changed hands with bewildering frequency during the French Revolutionary and Napoleonic War from 1792 to 1815. During a brief French occupation, what we now know as the city of Georgetown was once referred to as this. That's time. The answer would be Longchamps. Select again.
Career Corner, Agri for 200.
This professional is responsible for planting, cultivating, and harvesting crops. That's time. The answer would be a farmer. Select again.
Lab 101 for 400, please.
This type of bond is formed when electrons are shared between atoms. Najib.
Covalent bond.
Go ahead and select again.
Lab 101 for 600, please.
The pH value of a neutral solution. Yadish.
7.
That is correct.
Career corner 1000.
This position involves researching and developing new crop varieties that are more resistant to pests and environmental stress. And that's time. The answer would be a plant breeder. Go ahead and select again.
Career corner 800.
This specialist uses technology and engineering principles to design machinery and equipment used in agriculture. That's time. That would be an agricultural engineer. Select again.
Career corner 600.
This role involves managing the health and breeding of livestock, ensuring animals are well fed and disease-free. Time is up. The answer would be a livestock manager. Go ahead and select again.
Career corner 400.
This expert studies soil properties and advises farmers on the best crop types and farming practices to maximize yield. That's time, and the answer would be an agronomist. Select again.
Textile tidbits for 1000.
This process is where fibers are laid in a random pattern and are held together by adhesive or glue, or heated if made from synthetic fibers. Time is up. The answer would be bonding. Select again.
Textile tidbits for 800.
Lace is often used as this kind of feature on clothing. Gianna.
Decorative feature.
Go ahead and select.
Textile tidbits for 200.
This is a process of removing a mark or spot left by one substance on a specific surface, like a fabric. That's time. The answer would be stain removal. Go ahead and select again.
No context for 400.
This word can mean a formal examination of evidence in court or a test of performance. That's time. The answer would be trial. All right? Go ahead and select again.
No context for 800.
This word can mean to remove impurities from a substance or to bring something to a more developed state. I can already hear the crowd saying, the answer to that would be refine. Go ahead and select again.
Textile tidbits for 400.
This is an interdisciplinary field of study that comprises three major options: family and resource management, textiles, clothing and fashion, and food, nutrition, and health. Gianna,
Home economics.
go ahead and select your next question and category.
Textile tidbits for 600.
Wrapping up this category, this is the key characteristic of knitted fabrics. Yadish,
Interlocked loops.
not quite the answer we're going for. Gianna or Najib? The answer would be stretch. Select again.
Lab 101 for 200.
The process by which a solid changes directly into a gas without passing through the liquid state. Time's up. The answer would be sublimation. All right? That was a close one there. Go ahead and select again.
Lab 101 for 800.
A substance that speeds up a chemical reaction or lowers the temperature or pressure needed to start one without itself being consumed during the reaction. Najib,
A catalyst.
go ahead and select.
Lab 101 for 1,000.
Wrapping up this category as well, the scientific term for the bending of light as it passes from one medium to another, such as from air into water. Yadish,
Refraction.
go right ahead and select again.
No context for 600.
This term can refer to a deep, narrow valley with steep sides or a significant difference between two things. Time is up. The answer would be a chasm. Select again.
No context for 1,000.
This term can refer to a part of a book or the division of a plant stem. Time's up. That answer would be a section. All right? Just one more category remaining. Go ahead and select your question.
Shapeshifters for 400.
This is a formula for the surface area of a cube with side length S. Najib,
With side is length, so it's s squared multiplied by 6. If the length is s, then it's l squared multiplied by but basically
go ahead and select.
Shapeshifters for 1,000.
This is a four-sided flat shape with one pair of opposite parallel sides. It looks like a triangle that had its top sliced off parallel to the bottom. Gianna,
A trapezium. Shapeshifters for 600.
this is the name of a triangle with all sides and angles unequal. Gianna.
A scalene triangle.
And now for our final question, worth 800 points. This polygon has 12 sides, 12 vertices, and 12 angles. Time is up. The answer to that would be a dodecagon. And with that, we've come to the end of our first round of competition. Let's take a look at our scoreboard. In the lead, we have Gianna Bacchus with 28,200 points. Coming in second place is Najib Mohammed with 28,000 points. And in third place, Yadish Narayan with 12,400. All right, let's turn our attention now to the screen. We'll hear from our contestants. They had a little bit of free time, and we decided to talk with them to find out more about their journey here on Brainiacs.
My name is Yadish Narayan, and I attend St. Joseph High, and I am a finalist in the Guyana Learning Channel Brainiac competition. I was nervous about the questions that were going to be asked and if I was going to be able to answer them. Winning episode 2 made me very excited and happy. Winning episode 2 made me feel very happy because throughout rounds 1, 2, and 3, I was very cautious in picking questions that I knew for sure that the answer was correct, which winning the episode made me really surprised because I didn't answer as many questions as the other participants. In the finals, I plan to be less cautious and less doubtful in myself, which I hope results in me answering more questions and gives me a winning chance. If I were to win the competition, I believe the money would go towards my studies.
Awesome, good. So again, welcome to round number 2. Now this is where the competition heats up just a bit. We're not hot yet, but we're getting there. Now our contestants would have warmed up and you are ready now for this second round of competition. Let's find out what our categories are. First up, we have 20/20 vision. In this category, we'll explore the workings of the inner eye. After that, we'll take a look, pun intended, at banking. And in this category, or rather this category will center around key concepts in finance, banking, and personal financial management. After that, it's all about cellular choreography. This category delves into the processes and significance of mitosis and meiosis, the cellular mechanism that drives growth, repair, reproduction, and genetic diversity. After that, we'll take a look at Dulce et Decorum Est. Clues in this category will be based on the poem Dulce et Decorum Est. After that, it's all about teen drama. Clues in this category will be based on popular teen or children movies and TV shows released in the past decade. And after that, it's all about our wellness. This category dives into the definitions, classifications, and differentiations in health and disease, examining the impact on the body and the mind. Best of luck, contestants. We will have Yadish start off this round of the competition by selecting the first question and category.
20/20 vision, 400.
The eye is protected by this bony structure, which forms a four-sided pyramid. That's time. The answer would be orbit. Go ahead and select again.
Banking for 400.
They provide this key role involving accepting deposits and providing loans to individuals and businesses. Najib,
Commercial banks.
go ahead and select.
20/20 vision for 800.
This is a thin, clear membrane that covers the inner surface of the eyelid and the white part of the eyeball. Gianna,
The conjunctiva.
go ahead and select.
20/20 vision for 1200.
The lacrimal pump, essential for tear drainage, operates due to contractions of this muscle during blinking. That's time. The answer would be the orbicularis muscle. Go ahead and select again.
20/20 vision for 1600.
This refers to what you can see to each side or up and down without moving your head, or everything that you can see that isn't in your central vision. Gianna,
Your peripheral vision.
go ahead and select once more.
20/20 vision for 2000.
This is a line drawn through the center of the cornea and the nodal point of the eye, which does not intersect the retina at the center of the fovea. That's time. The answer would be the optic axis. Go ahead and select again.
Cellular choreography for 400.
This type of reproduction involves the fusion of two gametes from two parents, resulting in genetic diversity. Najib,
Meiosis.
Yadish,
Sexual reproduction.
that's the one we're going for. Go ahead and select.
Banking for 800.
This is where shares of public listed companies are traded, where companies float shares to the general public in an initial public offering to raise capital. Najib,
The stock market.
close call there. That's correct. Go ahead and select.
Banking for 1200.
This institution controls monetary policy, issues currency, and regulates the banking system. Yadish,
The central bank.
go right ahead and select.
Banking for 1600.
Saving is deferred income, while this term refers to assets or items acquired to generate income or gain appreciation over time. Yadish.
Interest.
Not quite the answer we're going for. Gianna or Najib? Najib.
Investments.
That's the one. Go ahead and select.
Banking for 2,000.
Unlike commercial banks, these are member-owned cooperative financial institutions. Najib.
Credit unions. Cellular choreography for 800.
This simple cell division process is used in asexual reproduction to create two identical daughter cells. Yadish.
Mitosis.
Go ahead and select.
Cellular choreography for 1,200.
This process does not involve gamete fusion or a change in chromosome number. The offspring inherits the same genes as the parent, except for rare mutations. That's time. The answer would be asexual reproduction. Go ahead and select.
Dulce et decorum est for 400.
Wilfred Owen wrote this poem, Dulce et decorum est, during this global conflict. Gianna.
World War I. Dulce et decorum est for 800.
The word in the poem, or rather this word in the poem, describes the soldiers' movements as they march, emphasizing their fatigue. Gianna.
Asleep.
Not quite the answer. We're looking for Najib or Yadish. That word would be trudge. Select again.
Cellular choreography for 1600.
This term describes the type of cell division involved in sexual reproduction, where the chromosome number is halved. Gianna.
Meiosis.
Select again.
Cellular choreography for 2000.
Wrapping up this category, this is the biological variation that occurs within species. It makes it possible for species to adapt when the environment changes. That's time. The answer would be genetic diversity. All right? Go ahead and select again.
Dulce et decorum est for 1200.
Dulce et decorum est refers to the idea that it is sweet and honorable to die for one's country, a sentiment Owen labels as this. Najib.
A lie.
That is correct there. Go ahead and select.
Dulce et decorum est for 2,000.
According to Owen, the ultimate tragedy is the loss of this, which he implies is desecrated by war. That's time. Innocence is the answer to that question. Go ahead and select again.
Dulce et decorum est for 1,600.
Owen describes the soldiers as being like old beggars to emphasize their physical condition using this literary device. Najib.
Simile.
Go right ahead and select your next question and category.
Wellness for 2,000.
Conditions like obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease fall into this category, often influenced by lifestyle choices. Gianna.
Physiological diseases.
So members of the audience, on the off chance that one of our contestants provides an alternative answer than the one we have, our panel will make the final call. And again, their decision is final. All right, we're going to go ahead with that answer. That's correct. Go ahead and select your next question.
Wellness for 400.
According to the World Health Organization, this term encompasses physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of illness. Gianna.
Healthy.
Go ahead and select again.
Wellness for 800.
This respiratory condition is characterized by wheezing, shortness of breath, and chest tightness. Treatment often includes inhalers and avoiding triggers. Yadish,
Asthma.
go right ahead and select again.
Wellness for 1200.
These diseases are spread through direct or indirect contact and include infections like the flu. Najib,
Um,
all right, the time's up there for you. Gianna or Yadish, would you like to give this a try? Gianna.
Infectious diseases.
All right, that is correct. Go ahead and select your next question.
Wellness for 1600.
Wrapping up this category, this condition is linked to excessive body weight, poor diet, and lack of physical activity. Yadish.
Obesity.
And now we're down to one final category, teen drama. Go ahead and select your question.
Teen drama for 400.
This 2023 blockbuster film features this famous girl doll who discovers the joys and perils of the real world. Najib,
Barbie.
go ahead and select your next question.
Teen drama for 800.
Iron Man, Thor, and the Hulk, and the rest of the Avengers unite to battle their most powerful enemy yet, the evil Thanos, in this 2018 Marvel film. Gianna,
Infinity War.
that's the one. Go ahead and select your next question.
Teen drama for 1200.
In this 2018 Netflix hit, Lara Jean writes secret soul-bearing letters to her 5 crushes, but never meant to send them. That's time. That show would be To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Go ahead and select.
Teen drama for 1600.
This TV show follows a crime scene investigator who gains superhuman speed, which he uses to fight criminals. Najib.
The Flash.
And now our final question in this category and round. When a young boy vanishes, a small town uncovers a mystery involving secret experiments, terrifying supernatural forces, and one strange little girl in this Netflix series. Gianna.
Stranger Things.
That's the one. And with that, we've come to the end of round number 2. Taking a look at our scoreboard. In the lead, we have Gianna Bacchus with 38,200 points. Following closely behind, we have Najib Mohammed with 36,000 points. And in third place, Yadish Narain with 15,600 points. In the meantime, let's turn our attention to the TV once more to hear from another one of our contestants.
My name is Gianna Bacchus. I am from St. Joseph High School and I am a finalist in the Guyana Learning Channel's Brainiac competition. For me, the competition has been it's made me feel very nervous most of the time because I have never really done something like this before and I feel like I wasn't prepared when I first came on, so it actually surprised me as well how far I've been able to make it. Winning those first 4 episodes honestly made me feel very proud of myself because I really didn't expect to be called. I was expecting somebody else to be called and then I was told, Gianna, you can go and do this. And I feel very proud of myself. I feel like I have a lot to prove and I feel like I have like a lot of weight on my shoulders because I was not expecting to get this far. I felt like I was I was gonna lose in the episodes afterwards. So I have a lot on my shoulders. I didn't really have a strategy, in all honesty, because I came in as a surprise. But what I learned is that you need to be able to gauge and see your opponent's weak and stronger areas and be confident. If I am to win Brainiacs, I would put that money towards my education. I would wish them the best of luck and tell them that you just have to be confident and you got this.
We are now ready for round number 3. Audience, are you ready for round number 3? Y'all not sure. Contestants, how are you feeling? Are you guys ready for round number 3? I'm not feeling the energy. Are you ready for round number 3? Yes. Still not feeling it, but I'll take your word for it. Now, you've all proven yourselves to be quite the formidable competitors. And so we're entering now the 3rd round of the competition. But just before we get into, what our categories are, we want to ask you how you're feeling. And what is it like? What is your nervousness like? Are you confident? Are you a little bit shaky? We want to hear from you. So let's start with Yadish. How are you feeling? You've made it a very far way to get here today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very excited.
You're feeling very excited. We're feeling very excited for you too. I know I'm feeling excited. So come on, put your hands together for our competitors. I'm pretty sure if we were to select, I'm thinking panel, should we select a few members from our audience to come and just play a round of the competition? Competitors, what do you think? Should we do that? I think we should do that. That would be wonderful. All right, Gianna, how are you feeling?
I'm also feeling very excited, but I'm also feeling nervous because this is a big deal.
It's a big deal. Yeah, it is. What about you, Najib? How are you feeling?
Depressed.
How are you feeling? Depressed?
Less pathogenic.
All right, listen. It's still anybody's game. We're entering the 3rd round of the competition. Points are being doubled, so let's remember to stay focused. Keep your hands on those buzzers and pay attention. Now, we're encouraging you, the members of the audience, whenever the question is being read, we're asking that you remain quiet, all right? And whenever you see us take a break, it's just to ensure that the process is as transparent as we can make it, all right? To ensure that we give each of our contestants a fair and winning chance, all right? Let's get straight into our categories for this 3rd round of the competition. First up, we'll take a look at Twelfth Night. Based on the play by William Shakespeare, this category explores themes of love, mistaken identities, and the absurdities of human behavior. After that, we'll take a look at Number Cruncher. In this category, the contestants' abilities to manipulate numbers will be put to the ultimate test using various operations. After that, it's all about X and Y. This category focuses on the human reproductive organs. Moving on from that, we'll jump straight into Guyana's electoral system. This category will explore the workings of Guyana's electoral system from its proportional representation to the role of the Guyana Elections Commission. After that, it's all about the LCDS. This category will explore some of Guyana's sustainable practices and environmental stewardship through the low-carbon development strategy. And our final category in the 3rd round will be current affairs. From political development and economic achievements to cultural celebrations and environmental initiatives, this category covers the current events shaping Guyana. We'll have Yadish start off this round of the competition once more by selecting his first question and category.
12th Night for 4,000.
Go big or go home indeed. He is known as Olivia's foolish wealthy suitor and is easily manipulated by Sir Toby. His comedic ineptitude and futile attempts to win Olivia's love contribute to the play's humor. Gianna.
Malvolio.
Yadish.
Sir Andrew.
That's the one. Close call there. Go ahead and select.
12th night for 3,200.
Where is the setting of the play? Yadish.
Illyria.
Select again.
12th night for 2,400.
This character's wit and intelligence make her a standout in the subplot, and her eventful marriage to Sir Toby provides a comic resolution. Najib.
Maria.
Select again.
12th night for 1,600.
She is a wealthy and grieving countess who becomes the object of Orsino's affection and later falls in love with Viola, disguised as Cesario. Yadish.
Olivia. 12th night for 800.
Twelfth Night has several characters who want to escape their reality. Name one major character that tries to escape his or her reality. Najib.
Malvolio.
And we've wrapped up that first category. Go ahead and select your next.
LCDS, low carbon development strategy.
And your question?
For 4,000.
These are the two agencies responsible for preparing Guyana's reports and indicators of enabling activities and RED plus performance indicators. And that's time. The answer would be the Office of Climate Change and the Guyana Forestry Commission. Go ahead and select again.
LCDS for 3,200.
This is a system through which developing countries can earn money for contributing to climate change mitigation efforts, either by reducing greenhouse gas emissions or removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere by forest land. Yadish.
Carbon credits.
We are just waiting on our panel to deliberate their final answer. I'm sorry, we won't be accepting that answer. Gianna or Najib? The answer to that would be RED plus, which is REDD plus. Right? Go ahead and select again.
LCDS for 2,400.
This country committed to providing Guyana up to US $250 million by 2015 for avoided deforestation once certain performance indicators are met. Yadish.
Norway.
Go ahead and select.
LCDS for 1,600.
He launched the Low Carbon Development Strategy, LCDS, in 2009 as a comprehensive initiative aimed at promoting sustainable development while mitigating climate change impacts and maintaining Guyana's forests. Najib.
Honorable ex-president Dr. Barak Jagdeo.
That's correct. We can say former president.
Yeah.
Go ahead and select.
A low carbon development strategy for 800.
This refers to the total amount of greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide, emitted directly or indirectly by human activities. Yadish.
Carbon emissions.
I'm sorry, that's not the answer we're going for. Would Gianna or Najib like to give it a try? Not quite. The answer would be the carbon footprint.
Current affairs for 4,000.
Now, this war, which began in February 2022, is an ongoing and complex conflict with deep historical roots and significant geopolitical implications between these two nations. Yadish.
The Russia-Ukraine war.
Go ahead and select your next category and question.
Current affairs for 3,200.
Guyana's government is currently assisting with rebuilding efforts in Grenada and providing support to other Caribbean countries following the aftermath of this recent tropical storm that affected several Caribbean islands. Gianna,
Hurricane Beryl.
select again.
X and Y for 800.
These are the primary female reproductive organs responsible for producing eggs through the process of oogenesis. Gianna,
The ovaries.
go ahead and select.
X and Y for 1600.
This produces testosterone, which regulates male reproductive functions and secondary sexual characteristics. Its primary function is to produce sperm. Najib,
The testis.
go ahead and select again.
Current affairs for 2400.
Piloted in 2010 by Minister Manik-Chan, this bill was amended on July 8, 2024, introducing several significant modifications designed to enhance legal protections and streamline judicial processes. Time's up. That would be the Sexual Offense Act. Go ahead and select again.
Current affairs 1600.
A commission was set up to reform this act that came into effect on October 6, 1980, which serves as the highest governing document in Guyana. That's time. The answer would be the Constitution. Select again.
X and Y for 2400.
This is a muscular organ where a fertilized egg implants and develops into a fetus during pregnancy. Gianna,
The uterus.
go right ahead and select.
X and Y for 3200.
This serves as a pathway that transports eggs from the ovaries to the uterus, where fertilization typically occurs when the sperm meets the egg. Najib,
The fallopian tube.
select again.
X and Y for 4000.
Wrapping up this category. This is a coiled tube that lies on the surface of each testis and serve as a site for the maturation and storage of sperm cells. Najib,
The epididymis.
go ahead and select.
Current affairs for 800.
This structure is currently under construction to replace its 6,070 feet long existing model first built in 1978. Najib,
The new Demerara Harbor Bridge.
wrapped up that category there. Go ahead and select the next category and question.
Guyana's electoral system for 800, please.
This constitutional body plans and executes both national and regional elections. Some of its responsibilities include preparing voters' lists, establishing polling stations, and ensuring the integrity of the electoral process. Yadish,
GCOM.
go ahead and select.
Guyana's electoral system for 1600.
This election is held periodically, typically every 3 years, and focuses on local administration and community level decision making. Yadish,
Local government elections.
go ahead and select.
Guyana's electoral system for 2400.
What was the date of the election in Guyana that was known for having the longest electoral period in the country's recent history, characterized by significant delays and legal challenges? That's time. The answer would be the March 2, 2020 elections. Go ahead and select.
Guyana's electoral system for 3200.
International bodies and organizations played significant roles in observing, monitoring, and providing assistance to ensure the integrity and fairness of the electoral process in Guyana's last national elections. Name 3 of these entities. And that's time. Three of those would be CARICOM, the OAS, or the Organization of American States, and the Commonwealth Secretariat. Go ahead and select again.
Number cruncher for 800.
Square root 16 plus 24 plus 102. Gianna,
130.
go ahead and select.
Guyana's electoral system for 4,000.
Wrapping this one up as well. What type of legislature does Guyana have? Time's up. The answer would be the unicameral legislature. All right, go ahead and select.
Number cruncher for 1,600.
36, 2, 3, 2. Divide. Gianna,
3.
go ahead and select.
Number cruncher for 2,400.
106, 24, 140, 20. Add. Gianna,
290.
select again.
Number cruncher for 3,200.
12, 9, 2, 0.5. Multiply. Najib,
108.
and our final question in this third round of competition for 4,000 points is 1,200, 125, 55, 120. Subtract. And that's time. The answer would be 900. All right, great gameplay there, contestants. We've made it to the end of this round of the competition. Let's turn our attention to the TV once more.
Hi, I'm Najib Mohammed from Koim Academy, and I'm a finalist in Guyana Learning Channel's game show, Brainiacs. Coming into the competition, I was very nervous, and I really doubted myself because I thought that because I didn't study a lot, I wouldn't be able to meet this far. But before the competition, I started actually studying, revising, recapping everything on the syllabus. And I feel like I'm very confident about it. And it was very exciting for me to win the 9,600 points. I was very afraid at first, but now I'm a bit more confident in myself. And I'm amazed at what I can do. I don't know. It's damage control. I mean, getting as much points as you can and then wager a little. You don't want to lose. But I feel like in the finals, I'll take more risks. I feel like if I need to, I will take a large risk, all in, hopefully. I feel a bit less nervous because I'm going in with a high score. So I feel like I'll be able to take a lot more risks in this one than I would have taken if I'd started with 0. And yeah, I feel a lot less nervous with that idea.
I win Brainiacs, there's two things that I would probably do. One is either donate it to my school to like build a proper football pitch for us to play, and or I would build my own PC. I kind of want to build a decent PC. So Riaz, hook me up. For those that are coming into the competition, really what you have to do is just study and be confident in your own ability. And I wish my opponents the best of luck.
So we have just about one more round of competition to go. Now this one is the one that determines who walks away our Brainiacs champion today. So we know that the pressure is on. We've been telling them to relax and enjoy, and things are now getting warmed up. But now you are in the middle of the fire, the heat of the moment, all right? And we're preparing for that fourth and final round of the competition. So now that we're down to the last round of the competition, Najib, what's going through your mind right now?
Don't know.
You don't know what's going through your mind? How are you feeling? Are you confident about this?
No.
You're not confident. I can understand, but you see, the key to winning is having that confidence, all right? What about you, Gianna? How are you feeling?
I feel a little nervous, but I think I can pull through.
Yeah? All right, we'd love to hear it. What about you, Yadish?
Nervous and excited.
Nervous and excited. And remember, regardless of who wins, this does not determine just how brilliant you are. It does not determine what your final score is going to be whenever it's time for you to write your CSEC, all right, or your examinations. So it's here to help you prepare. It's here to help you, the members of the audience, prepare as well. And those of you that are at home and tuned in to our live. All right, so we're going to give you a few minutes to, have a breather, maybe get a few words of encouragement from your classmates, your parents, our supporters in the audience. During that time, we're going to call on a beautiful young lady with a marvelous voice and who is going to serenade us with a song. We're calling on none other than the beautiful Miss Joanna Singh to sing for us. Put your hands together for her.
Stranger to the dark, hide away. They say we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Hide away. They say you will never be apart. Won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. Sharpest words wanna cut me down. I'm gonna stand black and drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me, oh, 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 oh. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna stand flat, gonna drown them out. I am braced, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me, oh, 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 this is me.
This is it, guys. This is the final round of the competition. This is what you've been working for all through the 9 episodes for the past 2 months. It all comes down to this. So, best of luck to you all. Let's take a look now at, or rather, I'll just remind you of the rules surrounding this round of the competition. All right? As we know it, we're in the final round of the competition. And this round consists of 1 category and 1 question. Now, before we have the question read, we are going to reveal the category. You are going to wager your points. You can choose to wager all, or you can choose to wager none. It's solely up to you, all right? After you would have wagered your points, we'll ask that you put your pens down. Once your pens are down, I will read the question. After reading that question, you have 20 seconds to answer the question, to write your answers, that is, on your tablets. After the 20 seconds would have passed and your time is up, we'll ask you to put your pens down, and your answers and your wager will be revealed. Now, the contestant with the highest points at the end will walk away the 2024 and the first ever Brainiacs champion. Let's take a look at our final category. Our final category in this episode is Think Outside the Box. Contestants, go ahead and make your wager. And now it's time for our final question. In a sequence where the letters dance, each represents a special time. Think of Calendar's monthly song and find the letter that comes along. S, M, H, D, W, M. You have 20 seconds. And that's time. We're asking that you put your pencils down. All contestants. Whew. Was that a toughie? Yeah, it looks like that one was a tough one for you guys. My words are leaving me right now. All right, so it's time for us to reveal your answers. Now, I will provide the correct answer after we would have revealed all 3 of your answers. All right? So, let's start off with Yadish Narain. How much did you wager? You wagered everything. You went all in, and your answer was S. All right, we'll keep that in mind. Let's move on over to Gianna Bacchus. Gianna, you did not write down an answer, and however, you wagered 10,000 points. All right, moving over to Najib. Let's see how much Najib wagered and what he wrote. He wagered 35,000 points, and his answer is Y. All right, so before I reveal the answer, I'm going to ask our audience, do you know what SMHDWM stands for or means? What each letter means? Yes? Let me hear you. Wait, hold on. Hold on. So the answer, contestants, would have been Y, which stands for? Years. All right. All right. So, what does this mean? This means that our first ever winner and 2024 Brainiacs champion is none other than Najib Mohammed. I think he deserves a bigger hand of applause. Let's put our hands together too for our other two contestants. Coming in second place is Gianna Bacchus with 33,800 points. And in third place, Yadish Narain with 0. He risked it all. But their story does not end here. I'm going to hand you over to our MC, and there's something else in store for you all. Thank you.
All right, such a thrilling game. Can you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree that it was a thrilling game? You guys were, just making noise and talking behind me. I sat in that chair and I heard whispers all throughout the competition. I'm like, we should really call y'all up and have you a part of the competition. But nevertheless, I must say congratulations to our contestants today. You guys made this game an amazing one. And going forward, I trust that this, of course, aids you in terms of your examinations to come, CSEC and other examinations. Nevertheless, moving along at this time, unfortunately, the Minister of Education, Honorable Brainiacs Chung, she had to leave. But however, the featured address will be done on her behalf by Dr. Tularam. So kindly give a round of applause as we welcome him.
Thank you very much to our Madam Chairperson. First of all, I would ask that we all put our hands together and give a resounding round of applause to these brilliant persons in front here. Madam Chair, kindly permit me to recognize in absentia, indeed, the Honorable Minister of Education. As we all would have witnessed, she was seated right in front of us. But of course, because of very other important and equal commitment, she had to leave. I want to recognize our Chief Education Officer, Mr. Saddam Hussein. I recognize as well our Deputy Chief Education Officer, now performing the roles as the School Board Director, Mrs. Jai Kishun. I recognize as well the Director of the Ghana Learning Channel, the Director for NSERD, the ACU Literacy, other senior officers of the Ministry of Education, parents, guardians, our participants from previous episodes, and of course, the ones who are competing here, and lastly, our media personnel who were spreading this coverage across the length and breadth of this beautiful country of ours. Indeed, it's a pleasure to be here this afternoon to witness indeed what we call Brainiacs. Sitting there next to my CEO, we ourselves got many of these questions wrong. And I want to confess that. So I want for us to put our hands and recognize the brilliance, the dedication, the commitment of these three persons standing here. I firmly believe that education is rapidly revolutionizing, and it is evident with the works that we are seeing here now being displayed by the Guyana Learning Channel. And I want to recognize highly the director for GLC along with her team for taking education and providing quality educational services to another level. Can we give Amisha and her team a round of applause, please? I think somebody mentioned earlier, I think the CEO mentioned, for all of us here, if we go to the Guyana Learning Channel, as well as NSERD and EduFM, as of recent, we can see or access so much of information across the length and breadth of this country, for all grades, for all disciplines, where our students can benefit from the resources. And I'm commending the GLC and team because of where they're taking the services of education. Here is where I was saying to Amisha earlier, I looked at the program called Jeopardy. I don't know how many of us would have looked at that program, Jeopardy. And this here, I believe, would have supersedes the whole Jeopardy game that we saw how many years ago. So it means the people who are behind this activity, they're very strategic, they're very result-oriented, they're working in synergy and tandem of the comprehensive vision of the Ministry of Education. And so here we are witnessing an episode, first time in history, I believe, that is called Brainiacs. Now, for the persons who would have participated in the earlier episodes, we want to recognize them as well, our students from the various schools across the various regions. We want to recognize them and to ensure that we do not use that opportunity that was provided to you and say that's the end of it all. As we all know, in anything that we do, there would always be one winner. All of us are winners in our own respective spaces. But we have what we call an accepted winner given the criteria and the guidelines of the game. But I want for you to understand that the Ministry of Education highly recognizes the inputs that all our students, all our teachers, our parents, and the coaches, and the mentor, and all the people who would have played that significant role, the Ministry of Education highly recognizes that. And we do not stop there. We continue along the line to provide that kind of support to our students because we firmly believe that they are indeed the passport for the future. And so, as a Ministry of Education, I firmly believe, and I know our CEO and all the other officers sitting here, and this is coming from the Minister of Education, incrementally, as a team, as a collective, as a nation, we're working to, as I said, revolutionize education and quality educational services that are being provided. And it is evident, as I mentioned earlier. And so I want to encourage our participants. Of course, Mr. Mohammed, who I believe is declared as the winner of this episode, I want for you to use the experiences that you would have garnered throughout this journey, and just don't keep it to yourself, as you rightly would have guided in your presentation. You need to provide that kind of coaching and mentoring and support system to the other persons who will be participating in this event, because I want to say to all of us here, and I'm taking the privilege from the CEO and the Minister here to say that Brainiacs will be next year. And so it will be bigger, it will be better. Of course, we might be moving at another region, another location to have the finals, and not here at the Chung Convention Center. And so I want for us in the respective spaces that we are occupying, that we ensure we expose our children, our child to this opportunity. It means if we listen to the categories that were displayed, it means that people had to be up to date with current affairs. You had to do extensive reading. And of course, all those were demonstrated by the brilliance, by the confidence, by the high self-esteem that were all demonstrated by these wonderful and talented individuals. And so the Ministry of Education wants to congratulate all the persons who participated. But of course, we want to recognize at this stage our winner, Mr. Najib Mohammed, and of course, Ms. Bacchus, as well as Narain. This is not the end of the road. I know everybody wants to win, but this is not the end of the road. Use your experience, that you would have garnered. I heard from our mistress of ceremony, if I can say, that you're preparing for your examinations. I think this is a good platform that you are now exposed to, and it will help you as you proceed in your academic life. So see this opportunity as another scaffolding effect for you to realize bigger things. Who knows, you might be representing Guyana at one of these massive events. And so I think you're presented with the foundation, you're presented with the necessary guidance, and so this will take you to wherever you want to aspire in life. And so once again, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, we want to extend congratulations to every single person. Of course, I want to endorse this. The GLC and team, the Ministry of Education highly recognizes your strategic positioning. And of course, we highly anticipate as well, as we move education to every single minuscule space in this country, we can spread this aspect of the service to every single individual. So with those few words, I say thank you very much. Have a very good afternoon. And once again, congratulations to our winner.
Thank you very much, Dr. Tolaram, for that impactful and brief but inspiring remark that you brought to us this afternoon. There are so many takeaways from Brainiacs 2024, but if it's one thing that we can take away is that dreams do become reality. And when I say that Brainiacs was conceptualized, this brainchild was conceptualized in the office of the director of the Guyana Learning Channel, and quickly became what it is today, a game show, an amazing game show, of course, brought to light, brought to fruition by some of GLC's greatest minds. And as Dr. Tolaram said, Brainiacs will only get bigger and better. So be on the lookout next year to see what Brainiacs will be like onto. I'm excited. I trust that you're excited and that someone is inspired, to take the message and to probably tell a friend, tell a family to be on the lookout for Brainiacs. Never know, they can be the next Brainiacs or, have the next Brainiacs title. As we move along, we will be having our award ceremony at this time. And I'd like to call on, firstly, our award winner for episode 1. That would be Malachi Seals, and this will be presented by Mr. Mona Luti. The director of NSERD will be accepting on his behalf. Up next is the award for the winner of episode 2, that is Yedish Narain. And we'd like to call on Rajesh Lakan to deliver this award. Now we present the award for the winner of episode 6, 7, 8, and 9. That is none other than Gianna Bacchus, and we'll call on Ryan Galaya to present this award. Up next is the award for highest score in the competition in a single episode, and that goes to Najib Mohammed, and this will be presented by the director of NSERD. I'd also like to ask Najib to stay right in front as he also receives the award for winner of episodes 3, 4, and 5. And this will be presented by Shane Marks. At this time, award for the highest accumulated score in the competition also goes to Najib Mohammed. And this will be presented by the Chief Education Officer, Mr. Saddam Hussein. At this time, we'll call on Gianna Bacchus as she receives the award for Ultimate Survivor. And this will also be presented by the CEO, Mr. Saddam Hussein. At this time, the award for the winning school will be presented by the director of the Guided Learning Channel. At this time, the director of the Guided Learning Channel will also present the prizes to our second and third place winner this afternoon, after which we will present the prize to the ultimate champion. They will be receiving, of course, their cash prize and their goodie bags. Yadish Narain. And we now call on Gianna Bacchus, our second place winner. And at this time, we'd like to call on our champion, the 2024 Brainiacs Champion Award, which goes to none other than Najib Mohammed.
All right, congratulations. Before we get to the aspect of giving out prize, Najib's total today was $88,600, so congratulations to him. And as it has been mentioned at the beginning of the competition, they will take home in cash value the amount of prize points they accumulate. We have a little surprise at the end of today's show. Najib would not only take home his $88,600, but he'll take home a total of $200,000. So congratulations, and I'd like to invite the CEO of the Ministry of Education to join me in presenting this award, as well as a few members of my staff.
Congratulations to our contestants, and congratulations to Najib. You know, Najib, he's finally getting to put together that PC that he spoke about in the video. Or donate to the school. Yes, thank you very much, Nelly. So congratulations again, guys. At this time, we will have a speech coming from our 2024 Brainiacs champion, Najib Mohammed.
Good afternoon, everyone. I must say I'm extremely grateful for being here. This could not have been possible without all of these amazing people behind the scenes. Firstly, I want to thank God. Then I want to thank the Minister of Education, Honorable Priya Manichan, and everyone at Guyana Learning Channel for this opportunity. The director, Ms. Anisha Mohammed, and the entire team. I had a great time with you all. Special thanks to my parents who continually support me at every step. I'm grateful to my school, Koyam Academy, for always encouraging and pushing their students to explore and grab every opportunity provided by the Ministry of Education. I have to thank you to my fellow competitors for a great game. This was a very challenging, heart-wrenching, and fun experience. And through this entire process, I have been able to recall past knowledge that I would have forgotten. So it was very beneficial for me. And I learned a lot of new things.
Once again, thank you everyone. This is an experience I will always treasure.
Thank you very much, Najib. Najib caught me there and he said heart-wrenching. I mean, I totally understand because I'm usually at the edge of my seat when these competitions are going on. At this time, we'd like to call on some of our former participants of the Brainiacs 2024 who've shown resilience and, of course, strength in coming to the forefront and participating and putting on a show. And they'll also be receiving certificates this afternoon along with their goodie bags, of course, compliments of the Guide and Learning channel. At this time, I'd like to call on Aditya Prasad. As you hear your name, you can come forward. And next up, unfortunately, Asiya Arif couldn't be here today. Up next, we have Bunvishwari Raktu. Up next, Brandon Ramden, who couldn't be here today. His mother will be accepting on his behalf. Up next is Dacia Kadagan. Up next, we have Daniel Elliott. Up next, we'll call on our Chief Education Officer to come and present the other certificates. At this time, we call on Dear Jasaju, Jasuja. Devjani Jaman. Gianna Bacchus. Thank you very much, Mr. Hussein. At this time, we'd like to call on Dr. Tularam and also call on Ismail Bacchus. Moving along, we'd like to call on Jasmine Ford. I'd like to call on Ms. Valaika to distribute some of the awards. And also call Mahendra Gorak. Malachi Seals. Oh, he's not here. Raman Array. Not here either, unfortunately. At this time, I'd like to call on Sarah Harry. And call on the Director of NSER to present the certificate. Moving along at this time, I'd like to call on Tamia Simra. And I'd like to ask the Director of NSER to remain at the front. I'd like to call on Yadish Narain. And at this time, I'd like to call Najib Mohammed to receive a certificate.
Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause to all of our 2024 Brainiacs participants. And even as you see them on the way out, please congratulate them, encourage them to continue putting their best foot forward. At this time, we'll be bringing down the curtains for this afternoon's event. Remember that we have refreshments outside, and also to stop by and get yourself some merch, compliments of the Gyno Learning Channel, and also to enjoy the remainder of your afternoon. Hope to see you at our very next game show or program or whatever event that we decide to produce next here at the Gyno Learning Channel. Thank you.